back. Anthony Simmons, David Katz, John Wall Holiday Invitational, Broughton High School, Raleigh, North Carolina. And we got a real Raleigh street fight right here. The Holy Rams, the Word of God, and you got Raleigh Christian Academy. Now, for a quick reminder before Dave breaks it down for you, these two teams played each other earlier this year, and I think Word of God won by 10, if I'm not mistaken, 10 or more. But it was a back and forth game. It was a game of runs. So I'm gonna let David break it down to you right now.
Raleigh Christian and the Eagles coming into this game at 9-12, but don't let the record fool you. This is a squad who has played an extremely tough schedule, a lot of out-of-state opponents, and can beat you down when they need it most. Nick Anthony and Shaquille Powell are the two leaders on this team, both of them with Division I offers. They'll be the two to watch for the guys in navy blue. On the other side, Word of God is their starting lineup getting announced. Recently moved to Overtime Elite for this season. So they've been playing a lot of in-house competition. And we are just about ready to get going. The Holy Rams with some of the cleanest high school uniforms I think I have ever seen.
Oh no, these are fire. The white pinstripe, Lakers colors, extremely tough. Extremely tough uniform.
So Raleigh Christian, top and bottom with the navy blue, red numbers, white accents in the white Raleigh. And like Simmons broke it down before, the Laker-esque uniforms.
Yeah, extra fire. I think this one's gonna be a good game, but something tells me Freddie Dilione, aka Vietnam Freddie, is here to put on a show.
Raleigh Christian winning the opening tip. Streaking out of bounds, Shaquille Powell.
That's a quick call right there for Freddie to get a foul right there.
Freddie Dilione, just one of the most fun players in the state. You could even argue in the nation to watch.
Nah, for sure.
As the first scoring opportunity off the mark for Raleigh Christian. Shaquille Powell leads the team in scoring. Offers from App State, ECU, High Point, North Carolina A&T, just to name a few. He's able to connect on the second, split the free throws. So a quick 1-0 lead for the Eagles of Raleigh Christian. So here's Freddie Dilione.
Matched up with Shaquille Powell, two familiar foes. Both Freddie going to Tennessee, and Shaquille Powell with a plethora of the Division I offers himself. Cosby Jr. with the miss, Alabama commit. He has a burner.
Unable to find it there. So Raleigh Christian, quick chance to extend on the lead, working back towards the right. It's Nick Anthony to the top of the key. They were looking for Preston Copeland in the paint, and it'll go out of bounds.
Great defense right there by Isaiah Coleman. Did a good job not getting sealed. You know what I'm saying? Moving around, getting his hands into play. Good stuff.
So Dilione will walk it up the court for the Holy Rams. Works out of a trap back towards the right. Dilione draws a foul on the way up. But an interesting look for Word of God as playing an overtime elite. Bit different of competition there than what you would normally find with kind of your regular private school schedule.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Also at the same time, I think the styles are different though. Like, I feel like OTE, definitely the talent level is higher, but I'm not sure about the commitment to defense. And then when you come into these high school games that they're playing against regular schools, you know, they're committed to defense, they're taking charges. So I think it's a contrast of styles at some points, but Word of God has enough firepower to play with anybody in America.
Powell, the quick inbound, slung right back to him. The Holy Rams pushing a bit of full court press, working with a one-on-one now. Anthony. Leaks off the pivot foot, gives it to Powell. A feed in the paint, put it back to the top of the arc. It was almost a backcourt. Now quickly a breakaway.
Oh, wow.
And Dilione with an easy bucket.
Yeah, right now what you got to look at early is they got to handle the pressure. They got to handle the ball pressure.
First points for Word of God in the field of play. Powell, guarded by Jamal Brown. Powell spinning around, gives it up to Anthony. Anthony off the wing.
Got to finish that. Got to finish that at the rim.
Able to find the bottom of the cup, Preston Copeland.
Yeah, through a little contact right there is tough. That's tough because of the fact of Raleigh Christian Academy really doesn't have specific rim protector. So, I mean, Word of God doesn't have a rim protector in the game right now. So on that pick and roll, if Copeland dives hard, he's going to be able to get some layups at the rim all night long.
Copeland is 6'8", sophomore. Anthony gives it. Meyer-Wool closely in coverage.
Oh, wow.
Powell fakes. Anthony in the corner for three. Got it.
Big shot. Big shot. They need that early. Got to stay confident. If you're Raleigh Christian Academy, something you need is to consistently make shots tonight. You need shots to fall into the basket to keep your confidence up, so that way their offense can help them with their defensive intensity.
Isaiah Coleman, the ball handler, now creases a shot from the elbow, and it's a splashdown.
It's a tough shot. So on the year, like I told you, they played a couple weeks ago. They also played in the Hoop State Fall League. So for Raleigh Christian Academy, it's like this is the third time around. So they should understand the mistakes. They should understand the matchups. And they just got to stay consistent with it. But if they're hitting shots like that, Jaquel Powell, another three, it could be a close game.
Back-to-back triples for Raleigh Christian off the hands of their two best players. And a turnover. Raleigh Christian with a bit of momentum here. Powell set to inbound. The 6'5" junior guard gives it up to the 6'3" senior, Nick Anthony. Works around Brown. Anthony gives it up. A deep three. It's off the side of the rim. Raleigh Christian with the offensive rebound. Creasing is Anthony. And he'll be fouled.
Right now, I feel like Raleigh Christian Academy is playing with a little more intensity, a little bit more effort than Word of God. Word of God missing Makai Grant. Word of God also missing Truman Claytor. So the bench a little thin. Trevor Best, Zion Collins.
Anthony connects on the first. Second on the team with scoring. Verbally committed to Rider University up in New Jersey. That one misses. Good box out from Meyer-Wool on the rebound. Evan Cosby. Ordered by Anthony. Hands it off to Coleman, now to Freddie Dilione. They'll go right back in reverse order. Cosby. Stepping in off the baseline, he says he steps out of bounds.
It's a tough one. Bang, bang call, but a turnover. And right now, Word of God just has to pick up their effort.
Broughton Gym has got a lot of players. There's a thin purple line running around the baseline and sidelines. So a lot of times, spatial awareness a little bit tripped up by that. Anthony spinning back to his left, picks it up, and he'll travel.
Great defense right there by Meyer-Wool, getting the possession back for Word of God. And I think Word of God just has to pick up their intensity. They just have to start to play harder.
3:48. Down by 4, 2 possessions. Dilione has it taken away on the floor. Wow. Raleigh Christian able to come up with it. A bit of a lapse from Freddie Dilione.
Powell.
And Powell was trying to go up with bad intentions. The putback from Nick Anthony. It's a 1-2 combo for the two from Raleigh Christian.
12-6 right now. Word of God trying to figure it out.
Oh, Dilione, what a cut. Separation from the corner. A wide open three is missed. Coleman putting it right back up. making up for his mistake.
Yes, sir. 2 for $1. Go get your shot, Zay Coleman basket.
Anthony playing with some sort of confidence right now. Same with Powell.
Yeah, I like the pace that Raleigh Christian Academy is playing with right now. They're making sure Word of God has to talk on defense. They have to guard, but that's the one thing they can't do. They cannot afford to turn the ball over.
And that's what Powell does. Zion Gardner into the game for Word of God. Pass into the corner. They were looking for Coleman at the top of the key. It was tipped. Wolf streaking in, trying to take it away from Anthony. He'll have to just settle back up at the top.
And one of my favorite guys to watch, Gabe Marquise, a quiet sniper for Raleigh Christian Academy, enters the ball game, shoots a three-pointer at a high clip, very gritty guard, plays with confidence when the shot is falling. That's tough by Jaquel Powell. Got to finish though.
There's a tough chance at a bucket. Had two defenders right up there next to the rim. Freddie Dilione trying to go coast to coast. It slips off. Some of those shots just not falling where the Holy Rams normally would be seeing the bottom of the net.
Yeah, they just got to pick the energy level up, man. For it to be a John Wall, I think the energy could be a little more. Yeah, that was a foul. He grabbed your jersey first. Zay Coleman.
It's the first and the team's third. Raleigh Christian led by David Hartman, chirping at his players from the bench right now, and Powell just lost it. No foul.
Yeah. You gotta understand where he can get his shot from in this situation. No need for the extra dribble. If you don't have it, or if you turn the corner, swing it, and continue playing basketball. Oh!
Dilione spinning around the defender, looking for the alley-oop. Coleman connects. It wasn't the emphatic finish.
The spin cycle by Vietnam Freddie Uptown Zay Coleman punched you. This is the Word of God we're used to seeing.
The high-flying sparks from the Holy Rams. We'll see if that gets them going. Only a 2-point lead for Raleigh Christian, and Freddie Dilione covering everything up.
Starting to pick up the pace. Starting to pick up the pace and the tempo. The guard. Slowly but surely, side and head. Fans are trickling in.
Inbound to Wilson.
Oh, Copeland. Tough shot.
It's just inside the right wing. Couldn't
Might
find
be a
it.
pull-up. Might be a pull-up. I caught it. Ooh.
Cosby couldn't connect. A fortunate bounce to Marquise. Now to Anthony. Trying to work around Cosby. Cosby playing tight. Hand in the
Might
face.
be a foul
Anthony.
count.
And it will be.
Yeah. That's good defense. That's great effort right there by the Holy Rams. David Cosby right there took responsibility, missed the shot, said, you know what, you're not scoring on me, and got the possession back for the Holy Rams. 52.1 seconds to go, 12-10. Raleigh, North Carolina. John Wall, 50th anniversary of this thing. It's Simmons and Cash, man. Got a good game so far.
We absolutely do. And it's almost a home game for these two teams. Raleigh Christian right down the road. Same with Word of God Academy. Both these two teams didn't have to make too far trips to get to Broughton High School and Holiday Gym today.
Oh, nah, down the street for both teams.
So 52.1. Raleigh Christian holding a 2-point lead. However, the Holy Rams have started to find it a bit in the offensive end. So we'll see how both teams approach the end of the quarter. As Raleigh Christian was able to get the timeout before the 5-second call. So Nick Anthony standing on the baseline. And he missed. Powell, who was wide open, he would have had a great look for three if he looked towards the left.
Oh,
Here's
wow.
a three, and it's blocked by Garner. Unable to come down with it.
It's a good effort. Come in the game, got straight on the defensive end and made an impact.
Wilson
Powell
was the one who found it. Powell too strong off the window. Word of God able to pick it up. Isaiah Coleman shifts back to the
offensive
left.
dive on the floor. You got to dive on the floor in a game like this. Run out, get on the rim.
A big time block from Freddie Dilione, but the easy putback for Raleigh Christian.
14-10.
So Gabe Marquise finding his first bucket. A 4-point lead, 6 seconds. Cosby back towards the right,
Cosby
looking for the step back. The three with a second. Ooh. Got it to go at the horn. 14-13, it's a 1-point game as we end the first. The Holy Rams ended on a good note, but Raleigh Christian leading in the score column.
Yeah, that's what he does. Cosby Jr. has a knack for hitting big shots, using his dribble to create separation, different steps and knocking shots down. He's a big-time player, man. Committed, going to Alabama. Couldn't say too much more about him. 13-14 into the first quarter. And I think what we're looking at right now is Word of God has to pick up their energy as a team collectively on both ends of the floor. Raleigh Christian Academy is playing this game to win. They're playing it smart. They got to stay aggressive. They can't be too passive. Their biggest key is not turning the basketball over. That's the biggest key.
And I completely agree with you. It's an energy that Word of God kind of presents from themselves when they come into games is lacking at the moment. This team has too many high-flying playmakers to be as stagnant as they are, especially with this gym, thousands on hand. And it's pretty much full capacity right now. Not too many blue bleachers in the upper levels left here at Broughton. So if you're at home and you were thinking of coming out, or you're in the Raleigh area.
Yeah, tell them again, Dave.
Get here.
They need to get here right now.
Right
you plan
now.
on pulling up, you need to get here right now.
If you don't get here right now, this building's going to be capped.
I'm going to tell you what.
Probably won't get in.
I'm hearing some college players are on the way. And once they get here, I done seen this movie happen before. The baseline about to shut down. And it's going to be like it normally is. A movie, a show here at Broughton High School.
A couple NC State players in the building, couple UNC players on the way. The Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area, the representation from those two squads.
So for you, question, you came last year at Wake Tech.
Yes.
Now you're here. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking the difference of environment?
It just feels right here in a way. It just feels like the energy in the environment just fits this tournament.
Absolutely.
When I was down on the baseline for the Camden game yesterday, and the energy was just so emphatic as there's a bucket for Zion Collins, his first action of the night. But like I was saying, there's just something different about being in such a big gym, especially when you got the daylight for some of these early games, the sun sets, it gets dark in here, and it just feels like the crowd's on top of the court.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for big windows in the gym. Oh, Gabe, you got to shoot the first one. Gabe got to shoot the first one. Now he's running like a chicken with his head cut off. Luckily, he was able to pick up the foul by Cosby Jr., but, like, you got to shoot that, Gabe. That's what you're in the game for, and I'm pretty sure Coach Dave is telling him that right now with authority.
Took a shoulder to the head. It's the team fourth. Raleigh Christian working from behind for one of the first times in this game. Anthony to the corner. Powell, open look for three. The high arcing shot falls.
Big time shot by Jaquel Powell. Need more, need more, need more, need more, Jaquel. We need more.
Lead back in favor of the Eagles. Cosby, pull up, top of the key. It was nothing but net, and not the right kind. So soaring out of bounds. Ira Wilson set to inbound, the 6'6" sophomore. He'll give it up to Gabe Marquise. Still have yet to see Marquise get going from beyond the arc. He's got 2 on the game. Copeland. Right back to Marquise. Locked down by Cosby. Up to Powell. And Powell is fouled. Zion Collins picks up his first. Meyer Wool in for Garner. So Zion Garner will get some rest, throw another big back out on the floor. Wool played with Moravian Prep last year, made the switch to Word of God. He stands at the top of the key right now.
Oh, tough call. Got a close game here right now. We got a little dog fight. Got a little dog fight right now.
It's been a fun one. And so far, it started pretty much how we could hope. It's a free game brought to you live on YouTube. Hoping that everybody is enjoying the stream. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. I'll take a peek at the next timeout break we got. So if you got any questions for us, questions for Simmons or myself, let them fly. Cosby.
A little more ball movement right here by Word of God. That was tough. That was effortless.
Edge of the paint, Freddie Dilione.
Vietnam Freddie.
Knotted at 17. Gabe Marquise working
to
towards the right. Marquise, the floater, and Marquise gets it off the front of the rim.
He drilled those many afternoons. That was easy. Too easy.
Meyer Wool working with some speed. The kick off the baseline into the corner for three. Word of God couldn't find it. It was off the hands of Cosby. Anthony. He'll settle down. Raleigh Christian will elect to try to run something. Powell thought about it, drives.
That's tough, Jaquel. Get all the way to the rim. That's tough, Jaquel.
Big time finish.
That's tough. Didn't take his time. Put the ball on the floor, shielded it, got to the basket, laid it up. That's tough.
Colvin, three off the wing. Almost wedgies between the glass and the rim. Powell, right back, coast to coast, has it swatted away. Stripped out of his hands.
If you're Raleigh Christian Academy right now, what you got to talk about is, like, in the huddle, they constantly have to talk about how they're just not shooting themselves in their own foot right now. They're playing good basketball. The ball is moving. They're being aggressive when needed. Right now, just keep making clear, sound decisions. Because right now, Freddie ain't hitting with the home run punch. He's sharing it. He's spreading the ball, just moving it, doing a great job. Zion Collins to the cup. That was easy.
Made it look easy, weaving through traffic. Zion Collins. He's had a big impact since coming off the bench. 4:33 to go in the second.
Oh. What? Confused on what the call was.
Word of God foul on number 0, Zion Collins, his second team foul, number 6. Into the game now for the Eagles, number
Oh, okay, got a foul off the ball on 0, Zion Collins. Must have been a hold.
So that's Collins' second foul.
Yeah, must have been a hold.
Marquise sends it down to the other end. Anthony and company works 75 feet up the floor.
You got to be ready to catch it. He wasn't ready to receive the ball at all.
Caleb Santos gave
he
it away.
punching that.
Possession the other way, and a big-time slam for Raleigh Christian, Word of God and Zion Collins.
Yeah. In game, got on the rim. That's big time, Zion. Stepping in, giving positive minutes.
That one brings us back to a tie game. Anthony shifts direction to the corner. It's Marquise.
Oh, wow.
Marquise with the nice finish.
What they're doing right now is they're continuously pressuring Word of God on the backside. They're putting pressure on them. They're getting all the way to the basket, and they're making them rotate help. If they're not rotating help, it's tough. And like I talked about earlier in the game, not having Makai, you don't have rim protection. This is a Word of God team we haven't really seen as far as rim protection is concerned. So when guys are getting to the backside, there's nobody there to block that shot. Also, our guy Antonio Hearns, another rim protector. So now the bench is depleted.
Trevor Best into the game for the Holy Rams. That one's tipped. It'll be going the way of Word of God. Meyer Wool's been fairly quiet so far tonight. Freddie Dilione, he's had a couple costly turnovers. Able to shake out of the trap off the back of Brown, able to recollect it, trying to find a guy in the paint. And Brown feeds it straight to Trevor Best, his first bucket.
See, this is a game where I think Trevor Best's energy, if he gets going, can turn this game up. He's a defender, competitive. I've been a big Trevor Best fan since I saw him last year. Slim opportunities this year for Word of God, but a player to pay attention to in these next few years in the hoop state. That's a real chance once he finds the right situation.
It's another giveaway from Caleb Santos. Only a sophomore, but now 2 turnovers in his limited playing time.
Oh, heavy foot, Hezzy, good kick.
Dilione, the Euro step, then the kick, the 3-ball, clanks off the back of the iron. Trevor Best able to recollect it, but sends it right to Powell.
But you can't give him too many more of those.
Copeland gives it up, now straight back to him. Copeland.
Oh, he smoked it. He showed some athleticism up there, little dipsy do, you know.
Nice mid-air adjustment.
Yeah, wasn't able to finish. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that he was able to play off 2 feet and get in the air quicker. Got to get it in. Whoa, Jaquel Powell.
Powell trying to back down Wool. He'll step off. 2:27. Game going back and forth. Still tied at 23.
Oh, you about to pull up.
Powell
Pull up,
behind
Kel.
the back, deep from the NBA range, and it was too strong.
Pass
Coleman.
out Dilione, rip over the top. That's what they do. Word of God, late me. This game, they're selling, and so my thing of it is, what could be scary is, I think third quarter we could have a Fayette Freddie eruption.
Marquise, uncontested to the rim.
That's tough. No second line of help. No second line of help.
Wool, pull up. Inside the wing, and Meyer Wool gets the tough 2. Raleigh Christian only been down a few times tonight. Coleman swats that one away. Brown's able to pick it up.
What you don't want to do if you're Raleigh Christian Academy is go into the locker room down 10 because of careless plays. You've done an amazing job for 10 minutes. No, my fault, for 14 minutes. You don't want to give it up the last 2. Jaquel Powell, this is a big possession. You want to make sure something positive happens.
Powell dribbling with the right, kicking it into the corner. Reshuffling with Isaiah Robertson back to the top. Marquise caught in a trap, has a seam, and it slips off the hands of Preston Copeland.
Yeah. This is tough because knowing Word of God could mess around, and they can get a basket here, come back down, get another stop, and now you're looking at a 9-point game going into the half. I got Word of God right here dialing up the 3-ball, if you ask me.
Still a lot of time to capitalize for Word of God. Been a while since we've seen a 2-possession lead. Trevor Best working over to the right. Wool swinging back to the left, finding Best in the paint. Trevor Best bullies his way to a bucket.
Kid can just play, bro. He just has a knack. Came in the game, has done nothing but giving him positive minutes since he's jumped on the floor.
Raleigh Christian needs a bucket before the end of the half. Anthony, the step back. Marquise, and he's got it. Gabe Marquise.
Biggest shot of the half. Now can you get a stop, or you going to get Dilione? No, Freddie not even on the court. Coleman. He
waves everybody off. Zay Coleman wants the one-on-one.
Going to the left. Oh!
It's swatted away. 2 seconds left in the half will end with nobody scoring. A 1-possession game. Word of God reclaims the lead. However, Raleigh Christian sticking around. Stay tuned to find out what happens in the latter 16 minutes. We'll be back in about 10 for the start of the second half right here on the Hoop State Network.
are back. Second half action. Anthony Simmons, David Katz, John Wall Holiday Invitational 50th anniversary. Word of God, Raleigh Christian Academy in a dogfight, 31-28 right now. Very interesting second half coming up. Me personally, I think it's going to be a heavy dose this quarter of Freddie Dilione, which could possibly lead to some separation for the Holy Rams.
So Raleigh Christian gets things started. Nick Anthony giving it up to Copeland, back to Anthony. He had 6 points in the first half. Rifles one over to the wing. So they'll sling it around the perimeter. Raleigh Christian looking for any kind of separation in the paint. There they try to find it, but there'll be a travel called on Nick Anthony.
That's a tough call. I didn't even see the travel. That's a tough call.
So here comes Freddie Dilione. As another weak contact foul called.
And see, that's what you don't want to see. You want to, in an event like this, you want to see the players play it out. I feel like yesterday there was a good grasp on the game. It was a situation where the players could play, and also at the same time, the referees called fouls that were obvious. There's been some ticky-tack stuff that's been going on today.
So Freddie Dilione picked up his first foul seconds into the game, now picking up his second in the opening minute of the second half. Powell, guarded by Dilione, working with the right hand. Kicks it to Anthony, off the pivot foot. Quick toss back and forth, right back with Anthony.
You can see Raleigh Christian Academy just doing a really good job of spreading the floor and taking their time. They're trying to get the pick and roll, but the bigs got to catch the ball because you can't put Word of God in situations like this. Mayo Wall on the rim, and they got him for the tech. They got him for the tech when he smacked the backboard. They got him for it.
So some boos ringing out through Broughton.
Tough call, sending Nicholas Anthony to the line, I think for 2, if I'm not mistaken.
2 shots in possession. So Anthony hits the first, now 2 for 3 from the line today. And he'll connect on both. So the bucket is equalized at the other end, and Raleigh Christian will get the ball. So the momentum from the Meyerwold dunk pretty much eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Anthony, he'll take the inbound, guarded by Isaiah Coleman. Skipping it to Wilson. Now back to Powell, a deep 3 from the top of the key, off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound collected by Copeland. Raleigh Christian taking their time, trying not to force up any bad shots. There's a look in the paint. Another offensive rebound, back to back now. And that's going to be a foul on the Holy Rams.
33-30.
Scuffle for it, loose ball on the floor,
ball.
pick it up, Jamal Brown. Brown the other
Money
end,
ball.
Brown gets the foul.
Different level of energy for the Holy Rams in the third quarter. We talked about it, we said it, and now you can kind of see them slowly but surely turning their energy level up, which is turning their ability up on both ends of the floor, and they're doing what athletes do. They get out, they running, they're attacking the rim. It's good stuff.
Won't be able to convert for the three-point play. So the lead still stands at 5. Anthony moves towards the right, back towards the left, shifting direction into the paint. Anthony,
big
high
hop.
step.
Their offense is out of whack right now. They're doing a number on Jaquel. Ooh, strong move. He's able to get fouled. Got to go to the line and knock 2 down. Got to stop the bleeding. Still 2-possession game, so no need to get crazy. But their offense, in my opinion, doesn't look as smooth as it did in the first half.
And you can see Coleman getting some words from the bench. Powell buries the first.
Into the game for Word of God, number 0, Zion Collins.
So Isaiah Coleman, the forward, coming back to the bench. Guard Zion Collins back out on the floor. Collins 3 for 3 from the field for 6 points. He's been really good for Word of God off the bench. Dilione.
Good pass. Money Mall. Oh, Zion Collins.
Make it 4 for 4. Zion Collins,
Ooh.
8 points now. The 3 from Powell, this step back.
I like it, Jaquel. I like it. Stay steady. Stay steady. 37-35. Dilione uptown. Hey.
Big time alley-oop. Zion Collins.
Doing what
perfect
athletes
for 10.
do. Doing what athletes do. Started with the spacing. Freddie, great eyes, throws it uptown, big time finish.
3 dunks in less than 4 minutes in the third quarter for Word of God. They lead it by 4. Nick Anthony.
That's a 5 count. He just dribbled out top for no reason. Oh, good bounce. Ooh, I didn't even see how he got that pass through there.
It's a good find to Preston Copeland. Copeland couldn't corral it, comes up with the foul. So he'll work for it the hard way.
To the line, shooting 2, number 21, Preston Copeland.
Copeland, the 6'8" sophomore, knocks the first one in. So far in the game, only 2 points for Copeland. That one makes it 3. His first free throw attempt. And he's perfect from the line today. Back down to a 1-possession game. Freddie Dilione. We'll see what he can carve up here. Works back to the right. Dilione losing it in traffic. It's his 3rd turnover on a mishandle.
Oh!
And a big-time block from Meyer Wool.
Now. Money Mall.
Dilione had a chance. The frustration as he spikes the court as the charge taken from Nick Anthony to halt the momentum.
Yeah, he wanted that pass earlier. That's what it was. If you pitch it ahead earlier, that doesn't even happen.
It's now the 6th team foul in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. So Raleigh Christian has that working in their favor heavily right now. They've only given up 1. Into Copeland, kicks to the corner. Drive down the baseline, now the step back for 3. It's too strong.
Look up. Oh, wow.
Meyer Wool wasn't ready for it. Taken
Tough
down
minutes
by
for Maul.
Powell.
That's a
He's going to
layup.
pull up from the top of the key. Powell couldn't get it. Rebounded by Collins underneath. Lost it between 2 defenders. Collins still going to have it back. And finally a whistle blows. Preston Copeland called on the foul. Dilione drives with the left hand, kicks to Wool for 3. Meyer Wool's off the mark. Picks up his own rebound, spins.
Tough shot.
He'll pick up the foul. Shot was too strong off the window.
Raleigh foul on number 11, Jaquel Powell, his 2nd, team
So Powell picks up his second, team third. Well, 2 for 3 in the game so far for 4 points. His first trip to the line. He'll come away with it 1 for 2.
Still, if you're Raleigh Christian Academy, you couldn't ask for a better place to be.
You couldn't. I mean, they're keeping pace right now.
Once again, like I said, they have a little history. They played in the fall league. They played 2 weeks ago, so they're familiar with their opponent. And honestly, right now, this Word of God roster isn't. And I looked the whole time. Oh, Powell. That's tough. He was just chasing. He was forcing.
Word of God turns it right back over. Marquise, straight up to the bucket, almost a bit too fancy. I don't think he realized how easy of a lane he had.
What is going on? It's tough.
It's the second foul on Cosby. Now the 7th team foul. So still with 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to play, Raleigh Christian hits the bonus. Knocks the first.
That's business.
I don't know what Simmons is doing over here.
News bulletin just got new information, but I can't let it hit the streets. Gotta subscribe to rodbridges.net, aka rodbridges.com, for all information. Straight up.
Dilione.
It's time for a heavy dose of Frederick. No call. It's tough. But you know what? What I'm seeing though, and I kind of noticed that last game. Silas and Freddie both, and the reason why I said Silas is playing the last game, have came out trying to get their teammates involved. And so unless that's something you really do, like my guy standing next to me, Poopy Chapman, when you try to turn on the scoring like that, sometimes it's not as smooth as it is if you were just coming out trying to put the ball in the basket from the beginning.
Here's Freddie Dilione, picks it up off the pivot foot, finds Zion Collins, and open Coleman in the corner for 3, and Coleman answers the press and dunk on the other end.
It's the spacing that's impressive for Word of God, allowing Freddie to use the ball screen, making everybody dig, and then kicking it out to shooters.
Nick Anthony shifts back to the left. Anthony pumps the brakes, still covered up pretty tightly by Collins, and it's a giveaway, shifting back.
If Raleigh Christian Academy could just stop trying to do so many moves and protect the basketball, it would look way better than it does now. Like, they have to do a better job of just moving the rock.
Gabe Marquise was coming up to try to set a screen. So a bit of miscommunication as that ball goes out of bounds. Raleigh Christian giving up back-to-back buckets to Word of God. Don't want to go down by 2 possessions if you're the Eagles.
That's tough.
Up to the glass, and Wolves fouled.
That's tough. I thought he was straight up top, but that was the swat at the backboard. Swat at the backboard got him the call.
It's Copeland's second, 4th team foul. So with both these, Wool can make it a 2-possession game. 1:04 to go in the third. Connects on the first. No substitutions on either side.
Hey, yo. That's what I'm saying.
Wool able to hit both.
That's what I'm saying, Ray. Man, you bugging. I heard that. Heard the bag. Yeah.
Raleigh Christian.
You get perks like that when you're the player of the year, man.
There.
You know what I'm saying?
Simmons munching on some gummy bears right now.
Absolutely, man. This game's got me nervous right now.
Dilione hits the paint. Kick to Cosby for 3 off the back of the iron. Anthony gives it to Powell. And
They gotta
Powell
be
loses
stronger.
it. Another turnover, another ball out of bounds, and another unforced error for Raleigh Christian.
When they go back and look at the film, they're going to go back and look at this third quarter. That's going to be frustrating, man, because it's like they're right there. And it's just little bang-bang plays why they don't have the lead or why this is not a tie game.
Meyer Wool in from the corner. Oh, with the putback. Meyer Wool showed himself. Get up, son.
Gosh, Meyer Wool had taught me. That was crazy. Wool back. Donnie.
Where's Donnie at?
Donnie.
Powell trying to silence the crowd. It's too strong. Here's Wool in a fast break up the other end. Cosby looking for Collins, and he soars it out of bounds.
OC spilled the drink on me. They got out of control on that one. That's sloppy. That's sloppy. You got to end that the right way and smack the ball out of bounds. You got to end that the right way and smack the ball out of bounds. Y'all not even supposed to be here.
5 seconds.
Oh, wow, that's handle.
Anthony.
Oh, wow, that's nifty handle. That was nifty handle. Come on, man. How the ball bounce off the rim and hit my man in the forehead?
47-41, 8 minutes left to play.
My Wall just turned things up in here, and I know Hugo got something to say about that. Exciting third quarter though.
Absolutely.
Word of God, they took control of the game. I thought it was gonna be a little differently. I actually thought it was gonna be more of a heavy dose of Freddie Dilione, but it wasn't. It was them sharing the ball as a team, using great spacing, using the pick and roll with Freddie to kick out to the corners. Guys were able to find hit shots, and then at the same time, Raleigh Christian Academy shot themselves in the foot. Tons of turnovers back to back.
Everybody's feeling it in here now. Meyer Wool got the crowd rolling.
They did.
The 3,500 in Broughton in the Holiday Gym. Everybody anxious and waiting to see what this fourth quarter will bring us. And what a game for us to bring to everybody on YouTube, Simmons.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's the God. It's Simmons. It's Cats. Rod Bridges over here in satin coat. He got bread. Straight up. It's crazy.
$192 people tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed the content. Hope you've enjoyed the game, because it's been crazy. And we still got 8 minutes to go. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. And here we go, Freddie Dilione and company.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. That was a George in the Jungle.
Back on the other end, Preston Copeland.
Oh, wow. It's live in the wall right now, and Dilione is woke. Kick out corner. I think he got away with a travel and a carry right there on those last two.
Cosby
He about to shoot one. Oh.
working one-on-one on Marquise. Cosby working around in a whistle.
The ref hated. The ref hated. The ref hated. The ref hated. He didn't like the way he was ISO and gave Marquise. He told him not so fast. Turnover. That was a tough one. I thought he was shucking and moving. I thought he was shucking and jiving on game Marquise. Raleigh Christian Academy still in this game. Oh, good back door. Shaquille Powell. Whoa. It's tough. 49-43. Just has to be stronger off the bump. He has the moves. Shaquille Powell has the moves. He just has to be stronger.
Whoa. Timeout, Word of God. So we'll get a bit of a breather. A chaotic first 54 seconds in the fourth quarter. Trading dunks back and forth. Both of these teams, gosh, they've been so much fun to watch. This might be one of the most electric. This might be the most electric game we've seen so far at the Wall.
Oh yeah, but I knew it was gonna start here. So usually this is around the time at Broughton where it gets crazy. So you have to understand coming up next you got prolific prep. Trey Green and the Biz Show. They're about to turn it up. Then after that, you got Drake Powell and Northwood versus Camden. It's going up. Then you got Jared McCain. It's going up. So we've reached that time right now in the Wall where it's Smack City. Straight like that.
We haven't gotten a word it's a sellout crowd yet, but we're pushing it.
Oh yeah, we're
close.
there.
We're close. You can't see the other side on the home side for Broughton, but it is jam-packed. Standing room's going too deep. So out of the timeout, we'll reset. Gives it into Freddie Dilione. 7 minutes left to play.
Oh wow.
Deep three.
Bad shot.
Man, misses everything.
That's a tough shot at that time. You could have got that shot any time. At any point in time, you could have got that shot. That's a tough one right there.
So Cosby giving it right back to Raleigh Christian. The Eagles eyeing their first win against Word of God this year. Anthony had Copeland able to pick it up off the baseline in the backdoor bucket.
Great use of hands, way to shield his body and not rush the layup.
Cosby to Coleman. Up to Dilione. Back to Meyer Wool.
49-45. At the same time, do we have to give Raleigh Christian Academy credit for keeping Word of God to 50 points going to the floor? That's business, Fred.
Dilione's just been a bit off today. He'll try once again, going up, and there'll be a foul in the paint.
To the free throw line.
Eagles foul, number 1, Anthony, his first. Team foul.
It's Nick Anthony's first, 5th on Raleigh Christian.
2 shots for number 5,
Word of God
Freddie Dilione.
has gone 4+ minutes without giving up a foul. It's the first for Dilione.
Smooth. Smooth at the line.
Second one up and good from the charity stripe for Dilione. 2 for 2 on that trip, capitalizes. 6-point lead for Word of God. Anthony dribbling with the right, kicks it into Copeland. Wool is there, but Copeland.
That's tough.
Big physical
That's
bucket
tough.
over Meyer Wool.
That's tough. Took the contact right over the top, played off 2 feet. Ooh, spin like a top deli.
Coleman. He'll take it back up to the top.
Yo, Word of God is getting away with a real carry. Last time I seen a brother carrying the rock like that, it was Poob in the Chavis League.
Dilione for 3, and he connects.
Trey ball.
Timeout, Raleigh Christian.
He's starting to impose his will. That was Vietnam Freddie right there. Vietnam Freddie starting to show his face.
5:20, 54-47. Raleigh Christian hanging out in the bonus.
But nah, we got a good game going on. Right, you can throw me the, yeah. Hold me down, hold me down. Good look, good look. Straight up. Yeah, you might want to hide these. Just get on alert. A lot of young eyes. Brothers like trying to put dirty hands in the gummies. Can't let nobody put jiggling hands in the gummies. Hey, Webby, I didn't know this was free on YouTube, my boy. Oh, nah, we good. I was just letting you, I didn't know it was free on it too. No, we've been talking to the people at home. Dave got me right. Let me know. Kitty cats. Oh, Avion Pender was good, baby. 54-47. 57. 5:19 to go. And if there was ever a danger zone time for Raleigh Christian Academy, it's right now. It's right now.
Nick Anthony's been pretty quiet in the second half. See what he can dish up. Picks it up off the plant foot, giving it up to Powell. That's the 1-2 combo that needs to get going right now. Copeland has really been the man to find, and Powell was trying to have it, but it hits the belly of Dilione. Dilione, shifty, working back, kicks to Coleman. The contested three, Anthony covered it up. Cosby with the rebound.
Find Freddie. Find Vietnam Freddie, and it's time. It's time. To the basket, one time.
The triple for Meyer Wolf.
Drumming my pain with his fingers. The rebound, Meyer Wolf, 57-47. It's the God in prime time. Dave Marquise off the ball screen. Diddy bop, we gotta make something happen. You're scared to shoot, man, you gotta let it fly. That's a basket, yes.
That one falls. Nick Anthony, it's the right time for him to get hot.
Nick Anthony fan, plays hard, plays good basketball, shares it, can make open shots. I like Nick Anthony, a fan of the young man.
It's his second three of the night. Dilione works off Anthony.
Nah, don't let him retreat with the tween. Don't let him retreat.
Nick Anthony will foul.
See, like, this is the part where it gets really tough. 3 minutes to go. Half the pressure word of God. And it's Freddie Dilione. Right? Like, I don't know if Raleigh Christian Academy has that defensive clamp to switch to Simon.
They've got it down to 7, but you were right. They got to shut down a man like Freddie Dilione. And it'll finally fall through. Took a couple
Rim
seconds.
Love, Vietnam Freddie. It gets tough. It just gets real tough at the end.
So Dilione looks to equalize the triple from Anthony on the other end, but he's unable to. Rebounded by Santos. Eagles got to be perfect down the stretch.
Yeah, if you're Raleigh Christian Academy right now, you got to speed the game up. Right, you have to create more possessions. You're down. You have to create more possessions. You're down 9. The clock is ticking. It's ticking. It's ticking. Oh, good slip. Got to finish that.
Right up to Preston.
I don't know about
Copeland.
the growl. We got to get stops.
Preston Copeland has been the answer on the offense, especially in the paint in this fourth quarter. Continuing to find a way to feed him for Raleigh Christian, but they're going to have to lock down on defense. Cosby.
Oh, wow.
Cosby got it.
You got to know it. It's electric. The boogie, woogie, woogie. Cosby Jr. with the electric slide.
Anthony works back towards the right. Takes a hop kick to the top of the key. Off the bank.
Dilione with the picture head. Got to hit that.
Turning some clock through the paint. Second chance effort.
I'm going to be honest. Zion Collins has had positive minutes today. But it's because they allow the spacing to allow Freddie to have the middle of the floor and give him kickouts, have put them in a situation now where they can move the ball, they can share the ball, guys can get behind the defense, and they're able to get easy baskets.
Anthony in with the left hand, up and over. Copeland the rebound, and he was going up. Spiked it off the back of the rim, and he's fouled.
It's tough.
You still digging in the gummy bears?
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? I started out, I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich earlier, but it's time for me to get a meal for real, bro. Like, I'm starving.
Timeout on the floor, 2:05 to go. Coming up after this one, Cannon taking on the undefeated, prolific Prep. Austin Schwartz taking on Aiden Holloway. You got a preview for us, Simmons?
This is going to be a really good game. I'm intrigued to see it. I mean, of course, Cannon, they have a loaded backcourt as well, but they're undersized. And so I think that the biggest question, the immediate question is, what can Cannon do to neutralize the size and strength of prolific Prep inside? Preferably Big Mike. Big Mike, my Miami commit. There's a load in the post. Finishes with two hands with authority. How can they slow him down? How can they keep him off the glass? That's the question. But Austin Schwartz has been playing just as good as anybody in the state right now. We saw him a couple weeks ago with a 30-foot double pump game winner. It was beautiful. It was real different.
There's no bigger stage than the wall to let Austin Schwartz file on full display. That one's slated to start at 5. However, with this game moving on a little bit slower, it'll start 10 minutes after the conclusion of this one. That link can be found in the description of all the Hoop State Network social medias, as well as the John Wall Holiday Invitational.
One more shot from number 21, Preston Copeland.
So Preston Copeland, still a chance to get it back to a 10-point game, and he's able to. But the Eagles have to be perfect down the stretch. Collapsing on Dilione, rifles one up. Cosby will just hold it, give it up to Coleman. He's double teamed, Dilione's bumped. Powell will be awarded the foul.
I have to say, I like the way Word of God is coaching this game, just passing the ball over the top and not jacking up shots, making them foul, going to the free throw line, and knocking shots down.
Number 5, Freddie, Dilione.
Dilione can't hit, rebounded by Word of God and Collins.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back right there, big dog. The whole Hogan leg dropping in the 80s. That was the finale, the finisher.
Dilione off the baseline.
Tough pass, swing it around top. Word of God boy shows some maturity right now, moving that thing around the horn. Love to see it. They're going to give up a layup here in a few. Oh, they hack it, Freddie.
So it'll be the 9th team foul.
Raleigh foul on number 1.
Last look at a 1-and-1 for Raleigh Christian.
Team foul number 9. Shooting 1-and-1. Number 5, Freddie Dilione.
Oh, Money just tripped on the baseline.
Dilione got it. It's a 12-point lead for Word of God. They have cleaned up all the mistakes here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that second half, I just think the energy and effort was there for Word of God. Like, I felt like they showed they wanted to win, and I felt like, you know, they just ran harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything they did with a purpose. And that's what put them in a situation of having a 10-point lead with 1:14 to go, looking to advance to the next round against Winston-Salem Christian, which should be a great basketball game.
That was Akila Proctor's first bucket on the bank shot. So that prompts the timeout from the Eagles. And it most definitely will. Winston-Salem Christian, one of the toughest outs in the state of North Carolina. Simmons is goofing over here.
Cosby Jr., pitch ahead. Zion Collins, pass it back out. Hey, Fred. Chill out. Cool out, Fred. Cool out, Fred. That was a display of freestyle handles by Mr. Dilione. Like I said, now I'm looking forward to the Winston-Salem Christian Word of God matchup. It's going to be really good.
.101 to go, 30-second timeout taken by Word of God. The baseline's really starting to fill up now. Cosby, the deep inbound
Good pass.
to Dilione, gives it
Move
up.
it. Move it.
Continuing to try to move the ball.
That's
Wool
it.
brings it down
Back
over
up
to
top.
Cosby, continuing just to swing it around, playing keep away. And finally a foul.
That's good basketball right there. That's good basketball. Go to the free throw line, make your free throws, get back, get a rebound. That's good basketball. This is the best job I've seen Word of God do this season on closing a game.
To the line, shooting to number 21, Isaiah Coleman.
So Isaiah Coleman, he'll have 2 shots into the double bonus. Connects on the first. Right back up to an 11-point lead.
Yo, did Zay drop the ball on his free throw? Wow.
And a quick turnover for Raleigh Christian. Eagles just a bit deflated.
Yeah. I know the second half has been a little frustrating for him.
And a quick foul initiated.
I don't understand. But this is the thing, though. Fouls come at the end of the game when you're fouling, it's because you're scoring. They're not scoring. They're just fouling. So I don't understand. It's 39.5 to go right now. Like, what are we doing for real? It's a dub.
First one for Wolves off the front. Trevor Best ready to come back into the game. Been a while since we've seen a Word of God substitution.
There's no, at this point now, it's kind of no need. They took care of business.
Powell giving it to Anthony. Spinning around Freddie Dilione. Back to Powell. Drives through the paint. He lost it. Here comes Meyer Wool. Wool, he's going to be fouled.
Niggas Anthony making sure.
Raleigh foul, number 1, Nick Anthony. His 4th. To the line, shooting to
Nick Anthony's 4th. Meyer Wool. Couple more points in garbage time for him. He's all but a formality.
That dunk, if we go back to the signature play of the game, that body, it changed the game.
It did. It changed
Straight
the
up.
entire outcome of the game.
Baseline rip, I dunk you. My old wall changed the game.
Raleigh Christian. Possibly one last effort.
Got to pull up.
Hitting the 3. Rims off. Almost a giant putback. Powell,
Why
highlight play.
are you fouling? You foul when you score. You foul when you score. You do not foul when you're getting clapped. You foul when you score. What? Yo, what are they doing?
I can see the veins on Simmons' heads right now.
Bro, they out of control, dog. Like, yo, when you get a bucket, you score. Yo, you're down 10. Yo, my man. That's just like, yo, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's like in 2K, you unplug. At this point, you done unplug the game. You're saying, let's run it back. It's out of control, dog. What is going on? Yo, they're making it worse. I don't score, so I'm a fouler. Bro, they could have lost by 7, 8. They gave them 44 points, man.
Wool hits both.
Huh?
13.2. Powell.
Yo, do not foul, bro.
Marquise. The putback from Powell. 3 seconds. And that's going to do it. 71-58. Your final word of God sneaks out a close one.
How about a round of applause for both teams for displaying the sportsmanship we come to
But no, it was definitely a good game. First half, Raleigh Christian Academy was right there, doing everything they needed to do, put themselves in a position to win. Second half, third quarter, game changed. Maillard Wall, baseline rip. I punch you. You too, we appreciate you. Thank you for supporting. Coming up next, you got to cop that. Only at hoopstatelive.com. Prolific player Buchanan School with Bite.